Indiana is recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, the right to try legislation will be considered on the House floor today. This is about giving people hope to try. It is about hope to try investigational drugs, which have passed the first of 3 phases of the FDA clinical trial process, the safety testing phase. And these investigational drugs could possibly prolong or save the lives of terminally ill patients. I'd like to remind my colleagues that a little boy was in Washington, D.C. on the House floor just last week when we first voted on this legislation. Prior to that vote, I had met Jordan during an Energy and Commerce hearing focusing on the implementation of 21st Century Cures Act. Jordan McLinn is a second grader from Indianapolis who may look like any other healthy child, but he has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or DMD, a fatal degenerative condition which causes muscle weakness. DMD is caused by an absence of dystrophin, a protein that helps keep muscle cells intact. Oftentimes, kids born with DMD are wheelchair-bound by age 12, and they have a life expectancy of just 25 years old. DMD is a genetic disease that is typically passed on to boys through their mother's X chromosome. But sometimes the mother is not a carrier, and there is no family history of the disease. But a child is born with the disease anyway. This is what happened to Jordan McLinn. His mother, Laura, is not a carrier. This disease does not run in their family. Jordan was born with DMD, but was not diagnosed until he was 4 years old. So can you imagine what this family has been through? After Jordan was diagnosed, his family hit the ground running, trying to find the best possible treatment options and therapies for people with DMD. His mother, Laura, was quoted in the Indianapolis Star today in an article focused on the right to try bill saying, and I quote, "The reason we've remained on this journey and fighting so hard, for it is not necessarily for Jordan immediately, it's for all patients we've met along the way." Jordan and his family have been on this journey advocating this fair and compassionate bill in Indiana and beyond for Jordan, but also for so many others. In 2015, then Governor Mike Pence signed Indiana's right to try law with Jordan McLinn by his side. Now a total of 38 states have already passed laws that take a variety of approaches to helping vulnerable patients. By passing this legislation in the House today, we will increase access nationwide to unapproved investigational drugs for patients with a terminal illness. In that same Indy Star article I mentioned earlier, Laura shared that Jordan has always wanted to be a firefighter. But now, after coming to the nation's capital many times, he has aspirations to be something else. He now wants to be President of the United States. This bill allows Jordan to have those big dreams, and it will be providing patients across this country with hope. Yes, it is hope. Hope for patients that they may find a cure someday that they've been searching and fighting for. Hope for patients and their families that there will be more time to make more memories that can last a lifetime. In closing, I'd just like to emphasize how critically important it is that Congress join together to support the bill for the millions of Americans who fight for their lives because of a terminal illness. I urge my colleagues to support this bill, and I yield back the balance of my time.